It is the time of year when we all tend to look back, take stock of what has happened, try to learn from it, and plan for what's next. For most, that means focusing on yourself or your loved ones. But for others, it's about making things better for an entire community. This month, I sat down with Cleveland Mayor Justin Bibb to talk about some of the bigger challenges he has taken on this year, also what he's thinking about 2024 and beyond. It's one of the biggest problems in the city of Cleveland, and 2023 was no exception. 2 high-profile shootings right in the heart of downtown. The mass shooting on West 6th in July and the shooting at the Winterland tree lighting ceremony last month. In that case, the suspected shooters and the victims were teenagers. When you're alone by yourself and you get a phone call like that, what do you think? What goes through your head?
The first thing I think about is the family of that child and the grief they must be going through. Then I think about what were the conditions in that child's life that led to that situation, which is why I ran for mayor in the first place. I asked the mayor what he's done to keep our streets safe. He pointed to the RISE initiative, which invests in beefing up the police department by offering better pay, sign-on bonuses, fast tracks to promotions, and more. The mayor says homicides are down, solve rates are up, and hundreds of guns have been removed from the streets. But that's not the only tactic to try to reduce violence in the city, especially when it comes to gun violence among teenagers, where juvenile homicides in Cuyahoga County are as high as they've been in decades. It breaks my heart seeing those numbers, and I think there are a couple of things leading to this. Number one, we brought the Surgeon General here in April. In his report, he talked about how depression, isolation, and loneliness have been a major driver of juvenile violent crime. So he held events like a youth mental health conference and invested ARPA funding into addressing those root causes of violence. I also spoke with Mayor Bibb about the DOJ Consent Decree with the Cleveland Police Department. It will reach a milestone in the new year, 10 years since taking effect. In October, the city was rebuked by a federal monitor for failing to inform the DOJ about changes to the collective bargaining agreement that watered down police discipline for complaints from citizens. Public safety is a prerequisite to opportunity and prosperity in our city, and we can certainly have aggressive, effective law enforcement, but hold law enforcement accountable. In that October hearing, the federal monitor also found the city could be further along in meeting compliance with the consent decree. We've been reporting for years on a laundry list of complaints about Cleveland water, from wildly inflated bills to water being cut off for families behind on their payments. But Mayor Bibb stands by the utility. I believe we have one of the best programs in the country in terms of giving customers the ability to enter low-income assistance programs to pay their utility bills, or special payment plans to pay their utility bills. He says the city invested $2 million in ARPA funding in an amnesty program that helped hundreds of residents keep their water on this year, but still continues water liens even as the city is sued for discrimination. And what about the promise of our great city? We've been telling you about plans to transform the lakefront and the riverfront to make our region's natural beauties more accessible to everybody. The mayor says that master plan will be finished early next year, and it's only the beginning. For a long time, the river and the lakefront have been a dividing line between our city, black, white, east side, west side. And it's my prayer and my hope and my belief that if we can execute this plan effectively, our waterfronts can be a place of healing and a place where everyone sees themselves in our city. He called water the new oil and believes if we position ourselves right, we could be a world leader in a new green global economy. That's just one big goal Mayor Bibb is excited to work toward in the new year. He also plans on making sure everybody knows Cleveland is the place to build your business. I want to see more cranes in the sky. I want to make the crane the new official bird of Cleveland. But will the mayor be around long enough to see those cranes become buildings? He knows he wants to run for re-election in 2025, saying being Cleveland mayor is not a 4-year job. This is an 8-year job, and who knows after that?
Well, what could be after that? Look into your crystal ball, because there's talk. There's talk of Senator Bibb. There's talk of things down the line.
right now, the only thing I'm focused on is finishing this year strong, finishing my first term strong, working my butt off to get reelected in 2025, and we'll see what happens after that.
I also asked the mayor to address criticism that he spends too much time traveling outside the city of Cleveland. He says part of his job is to be Cleveland's chief salesman, and that means going to D.C. to advocate for federal funding and going where the big companies are to try and bring new investment to Northeast Ohio.